G'day everyone, and welcome back to another shell finding adventure. The tide is still up just a little bit and it is quite breezy today. Anyway, our first shell find. It is all nice and whole on the bottom. How about that? I haven't seen a nice one of these in a while. It is a prickly spotted droop shell. These ones generally go pretty white when they dry, but I'll put a ton of mineral oil on him later probably. Anyway, just like the last time I was here, the surf out there is extremely rough, very like choppy, lots of whitewash. As expected, there is a cyclone far to the north that is influencing it, but it might make the rock pools a little bit harder to see through here, like extra sandy, extra murky, and extra breezy as well. So we're going to see what we can find, but maybe change beach if we have to later. Just like the last time I was here, there is a mini pile in this section of the beach. Lovely and sea foamy. It's kind of gross looking. Anyway, I got for myself a clandestine cowrie. It looks quite nice now that I've rubbed off all the gross stuff. Hopefully I've still got a few treasures in here that I probably missed the other day. Most of the stuff down here is pretty roughed up. Yes, that one does look empty. There's just a pebble and nothing in the tip. That one is a little crowned cone. I didn't spot any nice ones last time I was here. And a little piece of pink lace coral. Very purple in color though. I might shove a few more of these into my shell bag if I find them. A few more things after that wave came. Yes, it is a lovely orange and slightly red bird cardita. Very common here, especially lately, and I'll collect up a few more of them when I see them too. And there we go. I was looking for that and for some reason my eyes couldn't land on it again. There we go. A little yellow dove shell. They only get about this large. There is a lot of sand floating around in these very shallow rock pools. Not a good sign. The rock pools are definitely not so great right now. I might have to wait an extra amount of time before I can explore them. Usually I would explore them by now and it would be fine. But the sand and the water and and everything's making it extra tough. The first one was a bean trivia. I don't know if I said that. And this one is another dove shell. It is a cute little telescoped dove shell. They might only get a bit bigger than that, but generally dove shells don't get that large. And why not? Yes, I'll be picking up a lot of these as I see them. I collected a lot of these last time as well. There's a lot of nice, graceful cowries around the beach right now. Oh, he is very cute. He actually looks quite fresh too. Yeah, he's nice and brown on the back. I don't usually find such fresh ones here. It is just a little bladder moon snail. Oh, I'm sorry, it is in my shadow. I'm trying to position myself to get it. There we go. Oh, he's a bit chipped on that lip, but still pretty good. It looks like a little dwarf cone or possibly a marriage cone. I see an eroded cowrie. Are you a nice one? Ooh. Oh, let me get out of that wind. It actually feels pretty good. Usually when you find a shell that's got calcification on top, that means it would turn white. It usually feels I don't know, rough or chalky. This one still feels pretty smooth. So I reckon this one might dry as a nice, shiny, eroded cowrie. Cone shell, let's take a look at you. Ooh, it's nice and empty. Also, I'm just gonna get up with a little bit of haste, but not too much haste. Yes, this one is nice and empty too. I think that one is definitely a little dwarf cone. Still got some of his, actually I don't think it's periostracum, I just think he's got some algae on him, but he'll turn up very nice in a bleach bath. Another crowned cone. I'm guessing that the freshest shells are on top of all the sand that's been washing in. That's why this one looks, I don't know, it doesn't look junky and chipped and roughed up like the rest of them. Anyway, these crowned cones are super duper nice. They always have a slightly different pattern. It's kind of like how people always have different fingerprints. They are one of the most common and lovely cone shells from here. Yes, I did decide to come back to this shell pile because the water in the rock pools was kind of scary. This looks lovely. I am just wondering now, what did the clandestine cowrie, the live one I found yesterday, look like? Or 2 days ago? Please tell me it was not this guy. That is a very nice, very fresh, beautiful, empty clandestine cowrie. I was just going to start picking up little minis from here, kind of like in my own little world. They kind of end up in the shell display at the very end, kind of bypassing you guys, although I do show as many of them as possible. This one's a little kelp shell. I was going to sneak him into my hand like that other little kelp shell. I just noticed this. Is this whole? Oh my good golly goodness, it actually is whole. Okay. The amount of these that I have found actually whole, there is a little predator drill hole in them. The amount of these that I have found whole is like 2 of them ever, even though they are a common Pacific phos or a thorny phos shell. I just don't see them, even though they got common in their name. How dare you be so deceptive? I actually somehow remember the name of this little bivalve off the top of my head. This one, I think I found out, was called a crass nutshell. I hope I'm getting that right, because it sounds super weird if I'm not. Yep, just another cutie for the handful. Back out into the water for a second. I'm like, oh, he's nice on top. I'm like zigzagging between the shore and the water because my confidence among these very big waves is only so much. This is a very nice operculum. Nice because he's not scuffed or dirty. This is from a military turban shell. Mr. Stuck Bonnet, sir. I was just assuming it was stuck. It actually is stuck. Are you whole? Ooh. And yes, it is whole. It is also terrifically dirty, but still very, very nice. Ooh. The water is kind of scary, very close to the beach here today. This one is a lovely little banded bonnet, and I shouldn't say little. This is a nice average size for him. Yes, the good stuff is right on top. Ooh, I was expecting that to have a crabby on the inside, but it looks like it's just a broken shell on the inside. He's pretty cute. He does look like he's got some little pinholes in him, so he's a bit of an old shell, but very, very nice. He must have come in on one of the monstrous waves. Like, I'm looking at those waves out there. Some of them are over 2 meters tall. Anyway, terrifying waves aside, this one is a baby magnificent volute. Every time I go to bend down to pick something up, a wave comes and sand just like pushes it all at me. Is this? It is a shell. I thought, is it a shell or a rock? It is a very cute little white moon snail. I'm not sure which moon snail that is. We're gonna go with the egg white moon snail for him. Splooch. Ooh, it is whole. I wasn't actually going to go for that, but then I remembered my white moon snail, and I've seen a couple of broken moon snails around, so I thought, you know what, just check it out. This is another bladder moon snail, but it's a nice big size. They get a lot bigger on the reef than they do on the mud flats, I think. I think the largest bladder moon snail I have is probably like 2 or 3 times this size. We have a little friend over here. He is actually extremely speedy. Oh, he is juvenile. Mr. Scheller found it and said, oh, yes, he's a juvenile one. And I'm like, is he really? This one, oh, he is very skittish. Can I get you to go over my finger? What? No, that was a hard no. I think this one is probably a wandering cowrie. Super lovely. They always have a very kind of black and white spotty mantle over the shell. There is some drama. The wandering cowrie wants to go into the crab hole. The crab is very upsetty spaghetti about it. I just like want to see what's happening. Like, excuse me, wandering cowrie, you're being a little bit rude to this crab right now. He's still going full speed at it though. That crab is like, oh my god, what do I do, mate? And the wandering cowrie's like, I don't care what you do. This is my home now. And now they are cohabiting. Okay, the crab has given up. There we go. There we go. That's how to get a house in this economy. I'm giving the other side of the lighthouse a quick check. Ooh, maybe he's nice. It's pretty rough over here. It's about as rough as it was 2 days ago. I have right here a very small little eroded cowrie. I think he's pretty cute. We might find a few more things, or we might not. It's pretty shocking over this side. Oh, sir, you are very shiny. You are much shinier than the last one I picked up. Possibly the last 2 that I picked up. The last 2, they felt okay, but I don't think they shined very well. Once again, an eroded cowrie. The scientific name is arosa, so sometimes I'll call them an arosa cowrie. Right, down there, half buried, I was about to say its butt's out. I think that's actually the front though. The tip of the shell is actually the snail's backside. Oh, I just gotta get into the super gross water. There we go. Yes, are you it helps if I don't push the rock with my shoe. It is whole. Look at this cute little fella. His point, I mean the point is still there, but it is extremely rounded off. It's a different bonnet than the first one I picked up. This one is a checkerboard bonnet. I have picked up a few snakehead cowries that have just been no good today. We're gonna see if that one's any good. Where I push it under to. Oh yeah, there it is. There we go. You know what, considering all the other ones have been not good enough to show on the video, I think this is a win. It can come with us. In the murky shadow, yes. I also saw something dart under that rock, so that was a bit dicey. I have another nice little clandestine cowrie. Yes, all the rough weather is good for the bonnets. Can I, get you? Is there anything down there that wants to kill me? Oh, Seafoam, how dare you? It's... Ooh! Yes, I'm sorry, that might have been off camera. I went ooh because I'm like, oh, it's empty and it's all whole. There we go. He's got some very, very joined spots up the top. He's supposed to be just square spots, but that's almost like a line. It is another checkerboard bonnet. Yes, can I see him? I was kicking the shell grid over because you don't want to use your hands to do that. There we go. Look at this fella. He might be the last one today because the waves are starting to return again. The tide has turned. This one is a cute little ringtop cowrie. Wow, he's got a very nice orange stripe right in his middle there. G'day everyone, I'm just going to cut in real quick with a bit of an update. And yes, if you can hear the wind, it is because it is very windy. I am at a different home beach right now, just checking out the scenery. It is very rough out there. So this is filmed a few days after this adventure, which we will see the shell display of in just a second. But I just wanted to update everyone in case you don't read the posts on the mobile platform of YouTube. There is a tropical cyclone coming right here. It looks like it's going to make landfall just north of Brisbane. The beach that I like to look at is kind of right there in that general area. So what I'm saying is that after this episode, it's going to be a little bit too dangerous to get back to this beach, even a bit too hazardous to look at Hervey Bay until maybe next Sunday or Monday. It's going to have a lot of rainfall there, so maybe I won't even get to go. But in any case, I hope if you are in this general area that you are staying safe. It's going to be pretty wild for a while, so the next shelling episode, I don't know when it will be. It depends on the weather. Right now we've got the last day of sunshine probably. It's quite nice out here in the shade, but it's going to get a lot worse. And I don't know if I'll be able to go out and film any updates because it will be getting so much more wild out here. But anyway, thank you for listening and we'll jump straight to that shell display now. Well, everyone, it really wasn't a huge amount of shells. Honestly, I'm pretty surprised that I found anything at all because, I said it a few times already, but it is extremely rough out there. Once again, the cyclone will be reaching its peak probably sometime around the time this video is coming out. So it will actually get worse, and I hope everyone up in northern Queensland is doing all right. But of course, it is time to talk about favorite shells and special mentions. So if you do have special mentions, please let me know down in the comments. I will say it was a great day for the bonnets. I think I might give a special mention to the... Oh my goodness, between these two, I'm not actually sure. You know what, we'll pick the big bonnet. My initial thought was the small one, but I do like the big one. A lovely checkerboard bonnet. I might also give a special mention to the first shell today. Like I said, he did turn quite white, but mineral oil will bring back his beautiful yellow color. It is the prickly spotted droop shell. And I might also give a special mention to the little baby magnificent volute. He's pretty roughed up. I can tell he's an old shell, but still, it's just kind of nice to find one. So yeah, super in love with him as well. But as for the proper favorites, my goodness, I do have a few that I really, really like. The first one is going to the common Pacific thorny phos shell. Just not one I get to see very often, so it gets a favorite. I think I've only got one of them or two of them. I don't know where the other less good ones went, but I think I've only got one in my shell cabinet. The next one is this beautiful clandestine cowrie. Got some very nice stripes and shine on him. Very happy to get that one. And the last favorite, oh my goodness, it is a toss-up between the little ring top and the eroded cowrie. You know what? I'm going to pick the ring top, mostly because I don't find as many ring tops as I do eroded cowries. This one's only got a half a ring, but yeah, super cute. So he is the final favorite for the day. And that's it for this time, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys. Mr. Shell had just arrived and gave me the rarest shell of them all. Rawr.